Hello, Math 45 students. Just want to say good morning to you. Welcome to the first day of class. My name is Arkady Hangiev. I'll be instructor for the duration of the semester. Just want to welcome you. Just so you can see my face. I'm not a bot. I'm actually a human, and we're going to go through the semester. I looked at the roster here. There are 12 of you in the class, so hopefully this will be a really neat semester. Learn a lot. Just real quick here, just an overview what the course is. Contemporary mathematics is pretty much all the stuff you did not learn in algebra and geometry. It's kind of like a little blended class of things. So we have voting systems, we have how we make decisions, we have some things on finance, we have some things on kind of like a funny geometry called fractal geometry. So and a little bit of statistics right at the end here. So hopefully you enjoy the class. I really enjoy having you in the class, and hopefully we'll meet each other virtually in the office hours or via email. We'll go with it that way here. The only thing I did want to go through real quick here is the syllabus. So I'm going to change from a camera mode. I'll go into my screen mode here. Before I do that here, I just want to say the one thing you need to do today is to email me stating that you want to stay or continue to stay in the class. That's kind of confirmation. It's kind of like for students that are in class, they come the first day of class and they show up and the teacher takes attendance. That's kind of like the same thing here, is that you just email me saying that you want to stay in the class. All right, let's go through the syllabus together. So let me screen share real quick here. So this is our class. Boom. All right, that video is going to be seated right here after I'm done here. And so we're going to discuss the other stuff in the next video here, but I wanted to at least get to this part right here, just see if this class is right for you. So Math 45, this is the spring 2021, and is an online class. And the textbook for the class, it's called Excursions in Modern Mathematics by Peter Tenenbaum, who actually was my statistics teacher at Fresno State. So it's a Fresno State published book right there. As I already said before, my name is Arkady Hangiev. Mr. Hangiev is just fine. We are going to have office hours via Zoom, but you don't need to come to class. There's no class time in that sense. And so I'll schedule that probably by the end of this week, maybe early next week for sure. My phone number, in case you need to contact me, that goes to the office. I leave a message, it goes directly to my email. If you just want to write an email to me, that's fine too. You could also use the messaging software that's inside the Canvas as well. So let's go for it real quickly here. Just explain what Math 45 is. It's just a survey, a collection of topics, really. Social choice, management, science, growth models, finances, shape and geometry, and little statistics at the end. All right, course objectives, not even going to go through that list here. This one's kind of important here. These are outcomes that the math teachers at West Hills College, Kalinga, as we thought about what would be kind of like the essential 4 things you need to know as you come out of this class. There they are. You are going to take a little test on this towards the end of the semester, but and that's going to be based upon these 4 items right here. All right. The institutional learning outcomes just means this. Any class that you've ever taken at West Hills College should fall under these 7 categories. And so it's communications competency, that's more like speech class and English classes. Analytic inquiry, that's more like critical thinking. How do you solve problems of the world? Ours falls under number 3, which is quantitative reasoning. And so that's what we're going to focus on there. The lectures, how should we do the lectures? So now how this is going to play out is I'm going to record lectures, and I can probably even do it during office hours. I can start doing that if there's no homework questions. I'll just treat it almost like a little classroom. You don't need to be there though. You can just watch the recording afterwards here. And so there are also PowerPoint slides on the Canvas side. If you go to the Files menu, click on there. There's going to be plenty of stuff on there, which I'll show you in the next video. And you go through it. So you have all the, in a sense, the PowerPoints in front of you at that point. And then I'm going to make the videos for the class as well. And during the semester, I'm going to dig online and YouTube, see if there's any videos that go well with the chapter, and I'll put those into lecture as well. So we'll kind of have that as well. Online homework. So yes, so I'm going to using the MyLab and Mastery piece of the course. It is 14 days is a free trial. Afterwards, you do have to pay. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of $80 for half a year and $120 for a whole year. So there's that piece there. It comes with the publisher software, and it's pretty good. There's a lot of other things that's on there. I believe it's really worth the investment there at that point here. So the homework is going to be done on there, and then the homework gets, come on, the homework gets synced back to the Canvas site. So your grades go back to the Canvas site here. All right, so the online homework, that's one thing you're going to be doing quite a bit in this class. The other thing is you're going to take a midterm. Midterm is going to be halfway through the class. And there's some stuff there. I'll give you more information about the midterm as we get closer to that. In fact, I did make a study guide already for it here. So, and then we have discussion boards. So one discussion board I think is already out there. Just a quick introducing of yourself to it here. So there'll be 5 discussion boards throughout the semester for a total of 100 points. So it'd be the equivalent of a test, really. So keep on the lookout. I'll set them up for a week. I'll email you when I set it up, and then we go from there. So there's the SLO, Student Learning Outcome Exam I talked to you about. It is worth 10% of your grade, actually 15%, I think, because I changed it up. No, 20. I got to change that. That's a little typo there. Sorry, that is going to be worth 20% of your grade. I'll give a study guide when we're done here, and the final exam. Okay, the important part here again, as I mentioned earlier, attendance. Initially, you need to email me stating that you want to stay in the class on the first day. Second, what you need to do, at least by the end of the week, well, actually by Wednesday, just so I have a count of who is got done and not done here. There's a 14-day free trial, so you have 2 weeks free just to sort of see if this class will be a good fit for you or not, and then we go from there. And then also throughout the course, it's imperative that you do progress through the course. I'll check on homework for you. And I just a general rule of thumb here, if you don't complete 4 sections of homework and it seems like you're just not completing the assignments, or specifically if you skip the midterm exam, that'll be grounds to drop you. That doesn't mean I will drop you, it just means I can. If you do want to drop yourself from the course, please do so, as your academic record is really your responsibility, just to make sure which classes you're in and not in. Contacting instructor, there's just kind of 3 points here. General questions about the course, please email me. If there's something that you don't understand, something that's off, and I see 1 or 2 people asking the same question, then I'll give a all class email out. All right, this is about getting synchronous help. I'll set up the virtual office hours. We'll do them together. We'll go from there. If you're stuck on a homework question, there's a way you can email classmates, and also I think the form is set up as well to email me. So if you struggle through the problem quite a bit and you just still don't understand, then email me about it as well, and we'll probably set it up on the office hours so I can do that. So I will send out virtual office hours link. Usually the second week of class we'll start those. Roughly they're about 2 hours-ish, I think 1.5 hours or so, for you to ask me any homework questions. And if there aren't any, then I'm going to record my videos during that time as well. So drop date for the class after this, I do have to give you a grade, is April 23rd. That's the drop date for this class. So we'll go from there. Scoring rubric, there it is. I figure the easiest way is everything is weighted 20%. So online homework, by the end of it, you could be at 20%, the midterms 20, discussion boards, SLO exam, final. And the grade scale is the usual one. The only caveat is this. Since on the online homework, you have multiple choices to get the right answer, the right answer, the right answer. On the midterm and final, it's a little more stringent. So on those 2 exams, you do need to score an average of at least 70%. So if you score, let's say, 65 on the midterm exam, then you'll have to score 75 to get in that average of 70. All right, just because it's a little bit more tougher exam. You really have to know a little bit more than just plugging in a lot of numbers into the homework, trying to see if it works. So the homework, in my mind, homework is for you to fiddle around with, see if you can get it, see what you're lacking, see if you can sort of get that set up and learn. Whereas the midterm and the final really are the assessments. They're the tests to say, hey, are you really learning this? All right, conduct just means if you do anything that's forbidden by school regulations or caught cheating, I will drop you from the class, and you'll get a grade of F. All right, and the support services here. If you want to take a look at the catalog, I know we're in a different time this semester, but these services should be all up. They they are helpful. If they are helpful, look them up and see if it applies to you, if you want to do that here. And then also the one that I would really want to mention here is this right here. Um, if you have or could have a learning disability, please contact DSPS Services, Disabled Student Program Services, and see what they say. They'll have some way to do an exam to determine that, and they'll give you some accommodations and help throughout the course. So all yours there. The other piece is right here over here. All the support services, we got all of them into sort of one web page here. So if you would want to copy this link right over here to a web browser, click on it here, and it'll give you a host of virtual resources that we are offering especially during this time. All right, and that is the end of the syllabus here. Few things here. I have made underneath the syllabus, there are going to be the due dates for things here, and it doesn't work as well. It just works for things that are the discussion boards here. So it's best for you just to keep up with the calendar that I'll show you here. All right, so this syllabus here, I'm going to scroll up real quick here. This syllabus is also found in the files menu right over here. Underneath the files menu, I've got a few things over here. So we have the syllabus right over here. You can click on it and all good to go here. I did want to mention a few more things here. Here's a study guide for the final. Here's a study guide for the midterm exam. So you have the study guides before you as well. So as you're doing your homework and getting through, pay attention to the questions that are going to come up again, or similar questions going to come up again on the midterm and final. All right. Here's your PowerPoint slides, and here's just a working schedule. Of these are the due dates. It'll give you everything that you need to know, and this is how you register for the My Math Lab here. So let's actually take a look at these as well here. So schedule wise, I wanted to make a way you guys can just print it out and have it with you. And so if you click print right here, what's going to do is only going to print the screen for you, and you don't want that here. So you do want to click on the download button right here and download, and you can view it. If you have Adobe Reader, you can view it that way. But here's what I got here. I got they're all in chapters, so there's no sections. It's just one big homework assignment for the whole entire chapter on here. So chapter 1 is due on the 29th, so a week and a half away or so from now. And so what I did is I made everything due Fridays. There's some Fridays that you don't have anything due, but at the same time, try to go ahead. Don't just take a week off. And so if you have a 2-week break between chapter 4 and chapter 5, start chapter 5 early so then you get ahead. All right. Also, I notated the holidays that there's no classes as well. So we got chapter 5, chapter 8. Notice we are going to skip some chapters here. Chapter 9, 10, and then we have the midterm right before spring break or Easter break. Right there, the midterm is set. We come back afterwards here, and then we're going to do 11, 12. And I gave you these little breaks on Fridays just for you guys to catch up. So if you just push to get chapter 12 done, so then chapter 14, you have at least a little time to start on it here. But kind of careful because it does get pretty heavy towards the end of semester. So chapter 11 and 12, there's no 13. We jump to 14, 15, 16, 17, and we're done. In fact, I should put in SLO exam right over here, which I forgot. There should be an SLO exam. I'll update that as well. All right, so that's the schedule. One more thing you should print out right away is how to do the registration to my math lab. And so here's a step-by-step how you enter the math lab. If you do have a Pearson account, if you've had a My Math Lab before, I'll explain that here, but let's do this here. I'm not going to go into the My Math Lab pieces here. So it's the second tab. I just want to how you get in. You click on this here, My Math Lab Mastering. Okay, and I have the teacher version, so yours is going to look a little different here. Yours is going to have just right here a little symbol says Enter My Math Lab. You're going to click on that symbol. And after you click on the symbol, it's going to ask either for your passcode and email address, and you enter it. And so I can't show it on my screen because I'm the teacher version here, but you should be able to just go through this little piece right here. And so enter the Canvas course, go to the My Math and Mastery, you click on the link itself. So here it is, enter your Pearson username and passcode, and then voila, you are done, and you have 14 days of a free trial in order to take a look to see if this is something that you're going to do for the rest of the semester here. If you don't have a Pearson account, you're going to click on Create. Just follow the instructions here. You don't have to pay initially. You get 14 free days. And so 2 weeks to see if this is going to be right for you. Then afterwards, then you're going to actually buy it. So either buy the access code because you bought a textbook, or you went online and you just purchased the access code there. And so then you go to My Courses. It's going to be listed there. And if you have any questions, please email me in regards to that. So 2 things here. Email me that you want to stay in the class, and set up the 14-day free trial for the Pearson account. All right. And I wish you well in the class.